You transmigrated and became the first spirit pet of the Reborn Empress. Feng Zhuxiao, however, just as you were about to form a contract, she ruthlessly abandoned you. This was because, in her previous life, Feng Zhuxiao had relied on her awakened sun radiance and her true sight talent to find a spirit snake with a true dragon bloodline. In that past life, the demoness Empress Mu Yunlin, relying on her noble status, had snatched the spirit snake and formed a contract with it to weaken Mu Yunlin's destiny in the future. Feng Zhuxiao planned to let Mu Yunlin first obtain an ordinary spirit pet, which was you. This ordinary monkey, however, what she didn't know was that as soon as you completed a contract with a beast tamer, you would awaken the bloodline of the six-eared macaque, one of the 4 legendary chaotic monkeys of the world. At this moment, Mu Yunlin looked at the little monkey in her arms, then glanced at Feng Zhuxiao, who was struggling to rush forward and reclaim the monkey. She let out a hearty laugh. This divine pet is mine now. I've already had my father activate the contract formation in advance. I'm going to complete the contract right now. Feng Zhuxiao, thank you so much for picking out a divine pet for me. With that, Mu Yunlin quickly left, carrying the little monkey. The 2 guards only released Feng Zhuxiao after she was far away. Feng Zhuxiao also followed, looking as if she wanted to reclaim her spirit pet. Mu Yunlin arrived at the contract formation, with Feng Zhuxiao blocked outside, shouting, "He's mine." Mu Yunlin, however, looked at the little monkey and used her bridge of shared talent to establish a connection with it, saying excitedly, "From now on, you are my spirit pet. Resign yourself to your fate." You glanced at Feng Zhuxiao, who was still acting, and realized you had truly been abandoned. You then calmly looked at Mu Yunlin and spoke, "I can form a contract with you, but it must be an equal contract." Through the bridge of shared talent, Mu Yunlin could hear your voice. She was startled. It can express itself so clearly. It really is a divine beast. To have such high intelligence at such a young age. Fine, I agree. We will sign an equal contract. To gain the approval of a divine beast and surpass Feng Zhuxiao. Mu Yunlin felt this was a small price to pay. Contracts were divided into 2 types, servant contracts and equal contracts. With the former, the spirit pet could not resist the beast tamer's commands. With the latter, the beast tamer and spirit pet had equal status, and neither could command the other to do things against their will. Once signed, all contracts were unbreakable. Mu Yunlin quickly completed the contract with you. As the power of the contract flowed, the bloodline talent of the 6-eared macaque, one of the 4 chaotic monkeys, awakened within you. At the same time, Mu Yunlin's body froze. She looked around, her eyes gradually clearing from confusion to clarity. Have I been reborn? And it's during the contract with a spirit pet. Is the contract already complete? Really? Why isn't it the spirit snake, but a little monkey? Mu Yunlin looked at Feng Zhuxiao, who was blocked outside. She saw the seemingly sad expression on her face, yet there was a hint of joy in her eyes. In an instant, she understood everything. So, you've been reborn too? Mu Yunlin turned to look at the monkey she was now contracted to, a crazed smile spreading across her face. This makes things more interesting, she murmured. Clearly, in this life, under Feng Zhuxiao's scheme, she hadn't managed to contract the spirit snake first, but instead this ordinary-looking little monkey. But it didn't matter. With her experience from her previous life and the new family's resources, she was confident she could evolve this little monkey into a demonic beast. Like Feng Zhuxiao, Mu Yunlin believed you were just an ordinary monkey. After all, if it were a high-quality spirit pet, it would reveal some extraordinary signs upon awakening its bloodline talent after the contract. Especially a divine beast, whose signs would be terrifying. Mu Yunlin didn't want Feng Zhuxiao to know she had also been reborn, so she deliberately feigned a look of anger and panic. She rushed at Feng Zhuxiao, grabbed her by the shoulders, and questioned fiercely, Why is this just an ordinary quality spirit pet? You told me it was a divine beast." Feng Zhuxiao didn't resist, allowing Mu Yunlin to handle her, only putting on a pained expression. "In my eyes, he is a divine beast. Give him back to me." Hearing Feng Zhuxiao's words, Mu Yunlin deliberately showed a hesitant look. "You're saying he really is a divine beast? Just that he hasn't shown his special traits yet?" she asked. When Feng Juxiao heard this, joy welled up inside her. If she could make Mu Yunlin truly believe this little monkey was a divine beast, causing her to waste a great deal of time and resources on it, it would undoubtedly give her a good window of time to develop. She immediately went along with Mu Yunlin's words. Of course, he's the one I specially selected from so many spirit beasts. He is a divine beast. It would be hard for me to find a second one. Divine beasts were indeed rare. In her previous life, among the million spirit beasts in Lingsu City, Feng Juxiao had only found the spirit snake with divine beast bloodline. Mu Yunlin had turned the spirit snake she stole from her into a demonic dragon. And it was with this beast that Mu Yunlin earned the title of Demoness Empress. Just as Mu Yunlin was about to say more, a voice came from nearby. Yunlin, are you bullying Juxiao again? The voice was full of authority. Looking over, they saw a man in silver armor walking towards them. Upon seeing him, Mu Yunlin subconsciously showed a look of disdain, but quickly masked it with a joyful expression. Brother, you're back. The man was Mu Yunlin's elder brother, Mu Qianchu. Many of the young men in the Mu family were fond of Feng Juxiao, and Mu Qianchu was one of them. In the previous life, Feng Juxiao had used Mu Qianchu to drive Mu Yunlin out of the family. Leaving her completely isolated, Mu Qianchu looked coldly at Mu Yunlin and said, I heard you stole Juxiao's spirit pet. The smile on Mu Yunlin's face stiffened. She then hugged the little monkey tightly in her arms. He's mine. We've already signed the contract. Mu Qianchu sighed and looked helplessly at Feng Juxiao. Juxiao, let me take you to choose a new spirit pet. Okay, thank you, cousin. Feng Juxiao replied, still maintaining a sad demeanor. Watching the two leave, Mu Yunlin suddenly felt something warm on her chest. She quickly looked down at the little monkey. You, put your tongue back in. Are you trying to suffocate me? You said. Panting for air, Mu Yunlin stared blankly at the six-eared macaque before her, then suddenly burst out laughing. Seeing her like this, you thought to yourself, what a crazy woman, but it didn't matter. After signing the equal contract, you had already awakened your bloodline talent, acquired your first talent skill, and even gained one ability point, becoming a Tier 1, Level 1 Spirit Beast, thus gaining some initial power. Mu Yunlin, having stopped laughing, stared intently at the creature in her arms. After her rebirth, her mind was flooded with so much information that she had overlooked her conversation with you during the contract. Recalling it now, this monkey was indeed not an ordinary spirit pet. From Feng Juxiao's reaction, Mu Yunlin was certain she was also a reborn person. Obtaining this little monkey was surely part of her scheme. And in Feng Juxiao's eyes, the monkey was probably only of ordinary quality. She never would have thought this monkey would be so extraordinary. Little fellow, let me see your talent skill, Mu Yunlin said. First, don't call me little fellow. I am the six-eared macaque. You can call me Lu or Lao Lu. Second, what's in it for me if I show you? Six-eared macaque? So that's the name of this spirit pet. Mu Yunlin thought to herself before smiling. Alright, Xiao Lu, if you let me see your talent, I can train you properly. By the way, here's a bottle of beast spirit pills. They can help you increase your spiritual power quickly. Let me see, and I'll give them to you to eat. Mu Yunlin took out a palm-sized jade bottle containing the beast spirit pills. This was a type of pill specifically for cultivating spirit pets. It was expensive, but as the young lady of the Mu family, she naturally had no shortage of such things. You smelled a medicinal fragrance and a distinct fluctuation of spiritual power from within. For the sake of the beast spirit pills, you decided to forgive her for now. Give me the jade bottle, and I'll show you, you said, thinking you wanted the whole thing. The beast spirit pills were meant for her spirit pet anyway, so Mu Yunlin placed the bottle directly in your arms. However, you were too small at the moment, and holding the jade bottle with your two tiny paws looked quite comical and cute. As promised, through your contract link, Mu Yunlin saw the six-eared macaque's first talent skill. Talent, all hearing of antiquity. Effect, consume a certain amount of spiritual power to randomly acquire a talent or skill from a target within a certain range. The closer the distance and the lower the skill level, the less spiritual power is consumed. Seeing this talent, Mu Yunlin was completely stunned. This ability alone was enough to qualify it as a divine beast. To be able to acquire anyone's talents and skills, this was too terrifying. Often, a single skill might not be very powerful, but combining two skills could multiply their power tenfold. Mastering all skills was practically equivalent to being invincible. Why'd I even need to cultivate a demonic beast? With this little monkey, I can replace Feng Jushao and become a new legendary empress. Excited, Mu Yunlin picked you up and kissed you several times, leaving your face covered in saliva. Then she hugged you tightly again. You quickly protested through the shared bridge. Let go of me, I'm warning you, you're not allowed to attack me with your chest without my permission anymore. Mu Yunlin released you, surprised. You've already acquired my talent? Yes, I got it right when I awakened my talent. Mu Yunlin exclaimed in amazement. If even a moon essence level talent can be acquired so easily, doesn't that mean if we get close enough, we can also take Feng Jushao's Sun Radiance talent? You thought for a moment and shook your head. My current spiritual power probably isn't enough. Acquiring your talent just now nearly exhausted all of it. No rush. You eat the beast spirit pills first. We have plenty of time, Mu Yunlin said, carrying the little monkey towards her room. Once in her room, she said, you can take the beast spirit pill now. I'll help you digest it quickly. You immediately complied. You were eager to become stronger quickly. This little monkey's body was too weak, with no ability to resist. After you swallowed the beast spirit pill, Mu Yunlin also took a pill herself. At the same time, she circulated her spiritual power, placing her hands on your body. Instantly, you felt a mystical energy flowing through you. It wasn't surprising that Mu Yunlin, at only 16, had mastered such a refined technique. After all, right after completing the contract, you had heard her murmur to herself and knew that this woman was also a reborn soul. You weren't too bothered by it, being a transmigrator yourself. Things like transmigration and rebirth weren't that strange these days. The beast spirit pill proved to be a superior resource for spirit pet cultivation. By dusk, after refining 8 beast spirit pills, you had reached Tier 1. Level 3, early stage. Mu Yunlin, having taken a spirit pill to aid her cultivation, reached Tier 1. Level 3, late stage. Mu Yunlin was very satisfied with this result. In her previous life, after refining 8 beast spirit pills, the spirit snake had only advanced to Tier 1. Level 2, mid-stage, with much of the medicinal power wasted. Even though it was a high-quality beast, its bloodline had only been initially awakened. Further talents would appear as its rank increased. Yet, at the same initial stage of bloodline awakening, Little Luer's speed of refining medicinal power was far superior to the spirit snake's. Feng Jushao, I wonder what kind of expression you'll have when you find out that the spirit pet you gave me is an existence even more powerful than a divine beast. Mu Yunlin cackled strangely, then she scooped you up. Come on, let's go take a bath and rest. You were stunned. A bath? With me? Soaking in the bathtub, enjoying Mu Yunlin's gentle care, you suddenly felt that being abandoned by the Empress wasn't so bad. In the month you spent with Feng Jushao, all you got was a face full of milk and nothing else. How could it compare to the service you were getting now? A while later, Mu Yunlin carried the freshly washed and fragrant you to her bed. Rest now. Tomorrow, we'll go and take Feng Jushao's Sun Radiance talent. You snuggled closer to the soft place, feeling comfortable. Just for this level of service, you decided you had to fulfill Mu Yunlin's request. Feng Jushao's talent was as good as yours. The next morning, the 16-year-old boys and girls of the Mu family gathered, each with a spirit pet by their side. Feng Jushao had already arrived. A small, glittering golden snake wrapped around her arm. Mu Yunlin recognized it at a glance. It was the spirit snake with the true dragon bloodline. Feng Jushao and Mu Yunlin's eyes met. Then, they saw the little monkey dart out from Mu Yunlin's arms. In the blink of an eye, you had leapt onto Feng Jushao, who subconsciously caught you in her arms. You took a deep breath, still the familiar feeling. Just then, the spirit snake on Feng Jushao's arm, seeing someone occupying its master's embrace, lifted its head and hissed at you. You didn't tolerate it and slapped it straight away. The golden snake was sent spinning around Feng Jushao's arm 3 times before its head drooped. Knocked unconscious. This turn of events startled Feng Jushao. She quickly checked in, confirming the snake was only temporarily stunned and otherwise unharmed. She breathed a sigh of relief. But before she could do anything to you, she heard Mu Yunlin's sharp voice. Feng Jushao, what are you doing to my spirit pet? Mu Yunlin rushed over and snatched you back from Feng Jushao's arms. Feng Jushao, thinking you had run to her for help because you were being abused by Mu Yunlin, gritted her teeth and said, he was originally mine. Mu Yunlin deliberately looked at the spirit snake and said, but he's mine now, and you have a new choice, don't you? Seeing this, Feng Jushao misunderstood that Mu Yunlin was now trying to snatch her spirit snake and subconsciously took 2 steps back. I'd like to see what quality of spirit pet you can pick out next, Mu Yunlin said, then walked to the side. Holding you, simultaneously, she sent a message to you. Did you get it? Let me see. Perhaps because Mu Yunlin was inherently a bit wicked, the thought of obtaining something, especially Feng Jushao's most important talent, made her so excited she could barely contain herself. You directly shared the new talent with Mu Yunlin through your contract link. Then demanded, give me a beast spirit pill. I need to recover my spiritual power quickly. With so many spirit pets here, I have to get at least a dozen skills. I can't have come for nothing. Talent, true sight, effect. Consume a certain amount of spiritual power to see through any target below the divine rank, revealing all of its flaws and weaknesses. Ignores mental control and illusion type skills. Mu Yunlin was amazed. As expected of a Sun Radiance level talent, it's truly powerful. No wonder I always felt suppressed whenever I fought her. So this talent can even see flaws and weaknesses. At this, she let out a strange cackle. But not anymore. As a pill for restoring spiritual power, the Beast Spirit Pill was highly effective. A single pill fully replenished your depleted spiritual energy. The Spirit Pet contract ceremony was still ongoing. The Mu family's person in charge would grant different rankings based on the quality revealed by the Spirit Pet's bloodline talent awakening. Spirit Pet qualities, from low to high, were divided into 3 major categories: Ordinary Beast, Extraordinary Spirit Pet, and Legendary Divine Pet. The Extraordinary Spirit Pet category was further divided into 1 to 9 stars. Although most of the talent skills present were of low quality, there were 3 that were barely passable. Talent, Flame Impact. Consumes a certain amount of spiritual power to release a fiery impact and burning damage on single or multiple targets. Talent, Thunder Flash. Consumes a certain amount of spiritual power to transform into lightning, allowing for rapid movement. Talent, Moonstep. Consumes a certain amount of spiritual power to condense moon essence power under one's feet, allowing one to step on the air and walk. The highest quality talent was Moonstep, which came from a 7-star extraordinary spirit pet. These were just appetizers. With the True Sight talent, you could also see that the golden snake contained true dragon bloodline. Its talent awakening would not disappoint. Next, Feng Jushao, as the official called her name. Feng Jushao stepped forward and stood in the contract formation with the golden snake to complete the contract. As the contract's power surged, the true dragon bloodline within the golden snake was activated. The small, desk-sized snake instantly transformed into a 10-meter-long, 5-clawed golden dragon, soaring into the air. Above it, a vision of an even larger, 100-meter-long, 5-clawed golden dragon materialized. The sound of the dragon's roar made all the other spirit pets present, except for the 6-eared macaque, tremble in fear. This was the kind of spectacle a divine beast's awakening should have. The vision from the golden snake's awakening attracted the attention of the current head of the Mu family, Mu Yunlin's father, Mu Nanshan. He arrived at the ceremony site, a glint in his eyes as he watched the soaring golden dragon in the formation. As the golden light dissipated, the golden snake returned to its original size. Clearly, having just awakened, it couldn't directly transform into a true dragon. That form was just a fleeting moment of glory. However, the spirit snake, now back to its original size, had grown a pair of dragon horns on its head, a sign of its first bloodline awakening. Watching Feng Jushao become the center of attention, Mu Yunlin, though outwardly expressing extreme jealousy and envy, was inwardly overjoyed. She was well aware of the spirit snake's talent. Seeing Feng Jushao obtain the spirit snake didn't make Mu Yunlin jealous, it made her more excited. With the spirit snake, Feng Jushao's development path would inevitably be different from her previous life, which made things much more interesting. Mu Yunlin stroked you in her arms and asked through the shared bridge, "Are you ready? I can make a move." You replied. Mu Yunlin then pretended to accidentally lose her grip, letting the little monkey fall. But before the little crimson gold monkey hit the ground, a flash of white-purple lightning erupted from its body, thunder flash. White light condensed under its feet, moonstep. The combination of thunder flash and moonstep skills boosted its speed to the extreme. Suddenly, you rushed into the contract formation. Your target was clear, the spirit snake. The spirit snake, having just had its true dragon bloodline initially awakened, immediately sensed your approach, still smarting from being knocked out by your slap earlier. It couldn't hold back when it saw its enemy approaching. It shot off Feng Jushao's arm, its body enveloped in a golden glow, suddenly swelling to over 3 meters long. A powerful aura washed over the area. You, however, felt no pressure at all. Seeing the golden snake's gaping maw, you directly unleashed the flame impact skill. The fiery blast and searing heat wave hit the snake, momentarily halting its charge. You seized the opportunity to leap onto its head, your 2 hind paws grabbing the dragon horns it had evolved, while your 2 front paws fiercely attacked its head. Simultaneously, you activated all hearing of antiquity to acquire its talent. It all happened too fast. Only when the spirit snake let out a painful roar did Feng Jushao react. She quickly rushed forward. Little Lu Zi, let go of Little Jin Zi. Hearing Feng Jushao's nickname for you, who had been about to let go, gave the spirit snake a few more hard whacks. Just as Feng Jushao was about to reach you, Mu Yunlin beat her to it. She snatched you from the spirit snake, held you in her arms, her face a mask of triumph. Well done, little Lu. After praising the little monkey in her arms, Mu Yunlin looked at Feng Jushao, who was worriedly checking on the spirit snake. Even though you found a second divine beast, it seems this first one is still stronger. Feng Jushao, thank you for helping me pick out such a powerful divine beast. Mu Yunlin's strange laughter made Mu Nanshan, standing nearby, frown. Her behavior reminded him of the wife he had killed with his own hands. Alright, Yunlin, stop messing around, he scolded. He then announced to the crowd. From this day forward, Feng Jushao's status in the Mu family will be equivalent to that of a direct line young lady. She will receive the highest level of resources and support. No one is to treat her disrespectfully. Thankyou, take Jushao to get her spirit pet treated. After Mu Nanshan made the arrangements, Feng Jushao looked as if she wanted to say something to Mu Yunlin. But the latter just gave a cold snort and a dark look, making him frown. He sighed again, mentally pondering how to handle Mu Yunlin, pretending to storm off in a huff because of Mu Nanshan's scolding and favoritism. Mu Yunlin's face broke into a joyous expression the moment she returned to her room. The spirit snake's first talent skill. Is it true dragon body? Mu Yunlin asked you. You nodded and directly shared the information with her. Talent. True dragon body. Effect. Consume a certain amount of spiritual power to gain a certain amount of true dragon power. Transforms physique into a true dragon body, increasing size, strength, and defense. Attacks are imbued with true dragon power, dealing high destructive damage. After accumulating enough true dragon power, one can transform into a true dragon. This talent was truly worthy of a divine beast. Seeing it was the same talent skill she remembered, Mu Yunlin smiled. That little snake is going to be completely suppressed by you. But this isn't enough. Come on, let's go pay a visit. Today is also the Lin family's contract day. Although the Lin family doesn't have a divine pet, they do have a 9-star extraordinary spirit pet, the Swift Wind Roar. Its skill is quite good too. You rolled your eyes and gestured with your 2 small, furry paws. I haven't recovered yet. Acquiring the spirit snake's skill and then fighting drained all my spiritual power. Mu Yunlin scooped you up with one arm and produced the bottle of beast spirit pills with the other. Time for your medicine. Little Lu. Resigned, you took a beast spirit pill and swallowed it. This stuff was best used for breaking through cultivation levels. Using it just to restore spiritual power was a real waste. But your job was just to eat. If you ran out, it was Mu Yunlin's problem to get more. A good spirit pet should have the self-awareness of being well fed. On the way to the Lin family, you finished digesting the beast spirit pill, fully restoring your spiritual power with even a little to spare. The guards at the Lin family gate were intimidated when they saw Mu Yunlin and immediately went to report her arrival. When Mu Yunlin reached the main gate, no one dared to stop her. letting her walk right in. Mu Yunlin grabbed a random servant. "Where is Lin Yang?" The man stammered and pointed in a direction. "The young master is in the ancestral hall's outer courtyard." Mu Yunlin quickly headed that way. Soon, she came face to face with Lin Yang, who was flanked by 2 guards. Beside him trotted a large, green-furred creature that looked like a lion. That was the newly awakened 9-star extraordinary spirit pet. The swift wind roar. "Sister Yunlin, what brings you here today?" Lin Yang said with a smile. His attitude caught Mu Yunlin off guard. Lin Yang was the 3rd son of the Lin family. In her previous life, he had fawned over her relentlessly, but only to gain the Mu family's help in securing his position as the head of the Lin family. Now, seeing that Mu Yunlin had contracted an ordinary spirit pet monkey and was considered a failure, unable to help him, his attitude had changed. A cold smile touched Mu Yunlin's lips. She wasn't here for Lin Yang anyway, he was just a stepping stone. Getting the swift wind roar's talent was the most important thing. So, she put on an arrogant air and said, "You always said the spirit pet you chose was of high quality. I came to challenge it." Hearing Mu Yunlin mention his spirit pet, Lin Yang couldn't hide the pride on his face. A 9-star extraordinary was just 1 step away from a legendary divine pet. In the entire city of Lingsu, there were originally only 3 people with a 9-star extraordinary spirit pet, the city lord Hua Chengfang, the previous head of the Lin family Lin Beiwei, and the previous head of the Lu family Mu Yuan. These 3 were the most powerful figures in the entire city. Possessing a 9-star extraordinary pet almost guaranteed one a spot among the city's future elite. "Sister Yunlin, my swift wind roar doesn't know how to hold back. It would be bad if it accidentally hurt your little monkey. I think we should skip the challenge. But I would trouble Sister Yunlin to tell me, is that 5-clawed golden dragon Feng Jushao's new divine pet?" The vision produced after the contract. Mu Yunlin shot a disdainful look at the pretentious Lin Yang. "Stroking your crimson gold fur," she said coldly, "if you want to know, defeat my spirit pet, and I'll tell you. Also, call me by my full name from now on, Mu Yunlin." You heard him looking down on you, and a surge of anger rose within you. Instantly, your body flashed with lightning and shot towards the green-furred swift wind roar. Activating True Dragon Body, a paw imbued with True Dragon power slapped directly onto the swift wind roar. The swift wind roar slammed hard against the wall, looked at you, dazed and innocent, on the verge of death. "Why did you hit me?" A deep psychological scar was etched into the swift wind roar's heart. What did it do wrong? It had just finished awakening and got slapped in the face. Lin Yang was now shocked and furious. Furious that Mu Yunlin would have her spirit pet attack without another word. This was the Lin family estate. Shocked that his 9-star extraordinary spirit pet, the swift wind roar, was nearly killed in 1 slap by a little monkey he had assumed was just an ordinary beast. This was completely illogical. "Mu Yunlin, make it stop," Lin Yang shouted. Mu Yunlin shrugged. "It already stopped. Who knew your spirit pet was so fragile? It's crippled after just 1 hit. How boring. Little lure. Come back. Let's go." You had already sent Mu Yunlin a message. Not only had you obtained the swift wind roar's talent skill, but you had also managed to acquire Lin Yang's talent as well. With the objectives achieved, there was no need to stay. Just as Lin Yang was about to lose his temper, he saw Mu Yunlin stop and turn back to say something that made him dare not advance further. By the way, Feng Jushiao did indeed contract a spirit snake with true dragon bloodline. But it was also beaten down by my little lure. Sight. -1. This means, the little monkey is a divine pet of even higher quality than the spirit snake? Thinking of this, Lin Yang felt a sense of regret. He had spent so many years fawning over Mu Yunlin like a dog, thinking today he would finally hold his head high, but instead, he was severely beaten. My 10 years of effort can't go to waste. I must marry Mu Yunlin. Only then can she help me become the family head. Lin Yang secretly resolved. Leaving the Lin family, Mu Yunlin was in a great mood, even letting out her strange cackle. After acquiring 2 decent quality talents, your spiritual power was once again nearly depleted. You found a comfortable position in her soft embrace. "I'm done for today. I need to sleep," you said lazily. It had only been a day since the contract. And you had already taken on 2 families, depleted your spiritual power 3 times, and acquired numerous skills. You could truly be called a model worker. The cheerful Mu Yunlin squeezed you tighter in her arms. You worked hard today, little Lu. You sleep. I'll go get you something nice to eat. You couldn't be bothered with food and fell asleep directly. When you were awakened by a sweet aroma, you saw a peach bigger than your head. Saliva dripped from your mouth. You weren't particularly fond of peaches. But now that you were a monkey, some instincts were simply uncontrollable. You hugged it and took a big bite. Mu Yunlin watched you eat with gusto, smiling. How is it? Delicious, right? This is a white cloud peach. 1 tael of gold per she. But this kind of spiritual fruit isn't circulated on the market. It's monopolized for trade between the City Lord's mansion, the Lin family, and the Mu family. You quickly devoured 1 peach. Feeling the abundant spiritual power inside you, your cultivation rose to Tier 1. Level 3, late stage. This is great stuff. Delicious, and it boosts spiritual power. Much better than beast spirit pills. Why didn't you give me this earlier? You said, grabbing a second large peach. Mu Yunlin giggled. I didn't have any on hand. And the Mu family has no stock. I had to come to the Hua family's peach garden to pick them. Hearing this, you paused your eating and looked up in surprise. Don't tell me you snuck in? You're so smart, Mu Yunlin said with a smile. The number of spiritual fruits traded is limited, and it's not trading time yet. So I had to sneak in first. Smart my foot. You cursed internally. No wonder Feng Jushao called Mu Yunlin a demoness. Of the 3 major families in Lingsu City, the Mu, Lin, and Hua families, Mu Yunlin, born into the Mu family, didn't get along with her father. After being scolded, she went to the Lin family to pick a fight. And now she was in the Hua family's peach garden stealing spiritual fruit. She had offended all 3 major families without exception. Without another word, you quickened your pace of devouring the large peaches. Otherwise, if you were discovered, there would be none left to eat. Mu Yunlin also began eating quickly. Unlike absorbing spiritual energy from the outside world, the spiritual energy in spiritual fruits and pills was gentle and could be directly absorbed and refined by beast tamers. Both you and Mu Yunlin advanced to the Tier 1. Level 5 level. Just as you discovered all the edible peaches on the tree were gone. A sharp shout came. Who's there? Mu Yunlin instantly stood up, holding you, a black aura erupting from her body as she shot out of the peach garden. Even the protective formation around the garden couldn't stop her. Under the force of the black aura, it seemed nothing could stand in her way. After escaping, Mu Yunlin didn't flee. Instead, she strolled nonchalantly towards the main gate of the City Lord's mansion. Holding you, when she reached the entrance, as if nothing had happened, she instructed the guard, "Take me to see Brother Hua." Watching Mu Yunlin, who had just committed a crime, walk into the Hua residence so calmly and without a change in expression, you felt that the title, Demoness, was becoming more and more fitting. The Brother Hua, Mu Yunlin mentioned, was Hua Zhengtong, 2 years her senior. He was a martial arts fanatic and a truly righteous gentleman. Mu Yunlin loved dealing with righteous gentlemen. A gentleman can be deceived by a plausible argument. People with principles and bottom lines were the easiest to manipulate. Mu Yunlin was led to a side hall. Shortly after, Hua Zhengtong walked in. "Miss Mu, my apologies for the wait. Someone broke into the peach garden, and I went to check. I've kept you waiting." Mu Yunlin feigned surprise. "Someone stole spiritual fruit? Did you catch them?" Hua Zhengtong shook his head. "No, that person was too fast and somehow ignored the formation I set up in the garden. Their strength is at least at the 6th tier. This is a headache for my father to deal with." "Miss Mu, what brings you here today? A 6th tier expert?" The number of 6th tier experts in Lingsu City could be counted on one hand. The City Lord should be able to catch the person soon. Mu Yunlin said this, then paused, showing a regretful expression. "I came this time hoping to buy some white cloud peaches. This is my spirit pet, the 6-eared macaque. He's eaten a lot of beast spirit pills, and I was thinking of changing his diet. It seems he won't be able to eat them now." You stared at Hua Zhengtong with wide, innocent eyes, as if you truly longed for a taste of the peaches. In reality, you were already stuffed. Without any hesitation, Hua Zhengtong took out 2 white cloud peaches from his storage ring. "These are the last 2 I have. Miss Mu has just acquired a spirit pet. And white cloud peaches are perfect for cultivating it. My spirit pet has already reached the 3rd tier. So white cloud peaches are no longer very effective for it. Please take these too. Miss Mew. Hua Zhengtong was a gentleman. But not a fool. He understood the ways of human relationships. 2 white cloud peaches weren't worth much. And giving them to Mu Yunlin could be considered a way to foster a better relationship. Mu Yunlin showed no shame for having just stolen from his family's garden and accepted the 2 peaches. Thank you, Brother Hua, you're such a good person. Right, so good people deserve to be bullied by you. You too Sao, too code, i.e. complained, roasted, internally. After eating and taking from the Hua family, Mu Yunlin left directly and returned to the Mu residence. She happened to run into Feng Jushao, who was also just returning from outside, accompanied by a 5th tier guard. Feng Jushao keenly sensed the spiritual power fluctuations of a tier 1. Level 5 being, coming from both the little monkey and Mu Yunlin. A sense of urgency rose within her. As a reborn person, she should have been far ahead of Mu Yunlin in strength. Currently, everything was proceeding according to her original plan. The only variable was that 6-eared macaque. She had thought it was just an ordinary beast. But it had beaten the spirit snake soundly. Even if the spirit snake had just awakened, an ordinary extraordinary level spirit pet would be powerless against the pressure of a true dragon's might. Yet, this little monkey seemed completely unaffected. Coupled with the various skills it had displayed, it could only mean one thing: the little monkey was indeed a divine pet with a hidden bloodline. Even her sun radiance level, true sight, talent couldn't see through its true nature. Having figured this out, Feng Jushao was filled with regret. It seemed she needed to think of other ways to curb Mu Yunlin's growth. Her original plan to give Mu Yunlin an ordinary beast to drag her down had failed. In that case, she would execute the backup plan, seize the Mu family's resources to prevent Mu Yunlin from getting enough support. Feng Jushao and Mu Yunlin met at the entrance, their gazes clashing with invisible sparks. Mu Yunlin gave a cold snort and stepped into the Mu family's main gate first. After entering, she turned back and said, "Don't think that just because you've entered the Mu family's gate, you're one of us, you're just an outsider." Before the words faded, Mu Yunlin had already turned and walked towards her own courtyard. Feng Jushao paid no mind to Mu Yunlin's taunts and provocations, instead contemplating her next move. Although Mu Yunlin had obtained the 6-eared macaque, a suspected divine beast spirit pet, she herself had successfully reclaimed her own spirit snake as planned. Starting with a divine pet was already a much better start than her previous life. Moreover, she had gained the strong support of the Mu family. Just a moment ago, she had taken the initiative to help the Mu family select a batch of high-quality spirit pets. Earning the goodwill of many, she was about to receive a handsome reward. But that wasn't enough to defeat her nemesis in the future and eliminate the demonic path. She needed more resources and faster growth. It seems I need to get the king-level opportunity in that secret realm ahead of schedule. The reason Feng Jushao had risen so quickly in her previous life was that she had found a beast tamer king's cave mansion during a secret realm trial 3 months later. It could be said to be one of the most important opportunities of her past life. Without those resources to lay the foundation for her growth and accelerate her progress, she wouldn't have been able to enter the king level so quickly and subsequently obtain her second spirit pet, which was her first divine pet in that life. If she could get that opportunity now, she could surely develop rapidly and surpass Mu Yunlin. While Feng Jushao was plotting her next move, Mu Yunlin was soaking with you in a fragrant flower petal bath. While in the water, she scrubbed your fur and asked you to share the talents and skills you had acquired for her to see. Of course, you wouldn't refuse. She had shown you everything, so you couldn't be too stingy. A monkey should be decent. First, she looked at the talent obtained from Lin Yang. Lin Yang's talent was also of the moon essence quality, not low at all. Talent: 9-layered Dharma ring. Effect: cast on any target to add a Dharma ring, which doubles the target's spiritual power recovery speed and circulation speed, and grants an additional one-time spiritual power limit. Can be stacked up to 9 times. After seeing this talent, Mu Yunlin smiled. This is a very powerful buffing ability. With 9 stacks, that's 10 times the spiritual power. The Swift Wind Roar's skill consumes a lot of spiritual power. With this talent, Lin Yang's combat power could crush most spirit pets of the same level. This skill would also be a great help for you when using the all-hearing of antiquity talent to acquire high-level target skills. You nodded your little head in agreement. It's indeed very powerful. The swift wind roars skill is also good. It wasn't just a simple attack skill. It fundamentally created and controlled shadow wind, which could then be formed into wind blades for attack or used for flight. This was excellent, combined with thunder flash and moonstep. It could not only increase your long-distance flight speed but also your instantaneous burst speed. You were very fond of this talent skill. Unfortunately, Hua Zhengtang's level was too high. With your current power, you couldn't acquire his skills. After seeing the skills you displayed, Mu Yunlin pulled you into her arms and kissed you fiercely. The thought of Feng Jushao abandoning you and giving you to me just makes me so happy. You're amazing, little Lu. Feeling the soft touch of her skin, which seemed as if it could be broken by a puff of wind. You completely gave up resisting, letting Mu Yunlin do as she pleased. Mu Yunlin's excitement lasted for a while before she calmed down. After washing up and getting dressed, she carried you back to her room. She gave you a beast spirit pill to eat, took a spirit pill herself, and then they began to cultivate together. The cultivation was very effective. Both of them had already accumulated a large amount of spiritual energy in their bodies after consuming a large number of white cloud peaches. After a night of cultivation, you had reached Tier 1, Level 6, Early Stage, while Mu Yunlin had reached Tier 1, Level 6, Late Stage. The next morning, the Mu family's contract ceremony continued. Thanks to Feng Jushao reselecting spirit pets for them, many of the Mu family's disciples obtained high-quality extraordinary spirit pets. As a result, many were grateful to Feng Jushao. Meanwhile, Mu Yunlin appeared with the little monkey, her purpose naturally being to let you acquire more skills. These skills, though not high level, were somewhat useful. Suddenly, Feng Jushao walked in. Many people nodded and smiled at her, showing their goodwill. Feng Jushao returned the greetings one by one, then walked up to Mu Nanshan. Family head, I wish to enter the Dragon Bone Mountain secret realm ahead of schedule to participate in the trial. There were only 2 secret realms around Lingsu City, controlled by the Lin and Mu families respectively. The Dragon Bone Mountain secret realm belonged to the Mu family. Hearing Feng Jushao's words, Mu Yunlin thought of something and chimed in. I'm going too. The mention of the Dragon Bone Mountain secret realm made Mu Yunlin recall how Feng Jushao had risen so suddenly in her previous life. In her memory, Feng Jushao had obtained some kind of opportunity from the Dragon Bone Mountain secret realm, which led to her rapid growth. Although Mu Yunlin had no intention of killing Feng Jushao, she wanted to suppress her. She had to get involved in this secret realm opportunity. Mu Nanshan, who was already hesitant about the request, immediately spoke to Feng Jushao when he heard Mu Yunlin interrupt. The Dragon Bone Mountain secret realm is too dangerous for you right now. It's better not to take the risk. Feng Jushao presented her prepared argument. Family head, my spirit pet is a spirit snake. It needs to acquire the flesh and blood of more draconic creatures to evolve faster. The Dragon Bone Mountain secret realm is the most suitable place for it to grow. Feng Jushao's words did make Mu Nanshan ponder. The spirit snake's awakening vision was a 5-clawed golden dragon. The Dragon Bone Mountain secret realm certainly had things suitable for its growth. Mu Yunlin knew very well that what Feng Jushao said was true. The dragon bone grass and the draconic beasts within it were indeed very beneficial for the spirit snake's growth. In her previous life, after she snatched the spirit snake, she entered the Dragon Bone Mountain secret realm and devoured a large number of draconic beasts, allowing the spirit snake to evolve rapidly. But a beast is still a beast. The invasion of malevolent qi into its body also played a role in her eventual fall to the demonic path. The spirit snake's later evolution into a demonic dragon was also influenced by this. When Mu Nanshan heard Feng Jushao's reasoning, he couldn't help but nod. I'm going too, Mu Yunlin said, putting on an arrogant air. If she can go, I can also have my trial early. She's my defeated opponent, after all. Seeing Mu Yunlin again, Mu Nanshan couldn't help but frown. He scolded, nonsense. Jushao is going in to help her spirit snake purify its bloodline. What are you going in for? Seeing Mu Nanshan's expression, Mu Yunlin's face turned grim. This time, it wasn't an act. Based on her experience, Mu Nanshan's reaction meant he would absolutely not agree to let her go to the Dragonbone Mountain trial. It seemed she couldn't interfere with Feng Jushao getting that opportunity this time. Fine, if I can't go, I'll go find my maternal grandfather. Mu Yunlin changed her tactic, threw out the sentence, and turned towards the Mu family's main gate. Hearing Mu Yunlin's words, this time it was Mu Nanshan's face that turned grim. Personally killing his wife, Song Shang, had caused an almost complete break between the Song and Mu families. The only connection to the Song family was Mu Yunlin. It was only to guard against retaliation from the Song family that Mu Nanshan had indulged Mu Yunlin, letting her do as she pleased. Although Mu Yunlin had turned her back, she could guess the ugly expression on Mu Nanshan's face. Back then, if something hadn't happened to her family, even if he had discovered Mu Yunlin had contact with the demonic path, he wouldn't have dared to expel her from the family. Perhaps if her mother, Song Shang, were still alive, she, Mu Yunlin, would have been a sunny and happy little princess. But there were no ifs. I, Mu Yunlin, am the Demoness Empress. At first, you didn't pay attention to Mu Yunlin's performance. But then you sensed her true emotional fluctuations through the shared bridge and realized the girl was genuinely sad. Being kind-hearted, you quickly said comfortingly, "You still have me." Feeling the pressure from her chest, Mu Yunlin couldn't help but smile. She reached out, rubbed your head, and then kissed you forcefully. "Yes, I still have you now." She then left the city directly and headed for Tianyin City. To the Song family, she didn't go alone, a 5th-tier beast tamer followed her. To be precise, she rode that beast tamer's spirit pet to the Song family. Her maternal grandfather and eldest uncle were very welcoming to Mu Yunlin, preparing sumptuous food for both her and her spirit pet, and giving her some spirit pills. But Mu Yunlin's purpose in coming here was not just to see her maternal family. Feng Jushao had gone to get her opportunity. Mu Yunlin, who had also achieved Empress status in her previous life, naturally had her own opportunities. This opportunity was just outside Tianyin City. But before that, she had to make a trip elsewhere. Unlike the three-way power balance in Lingsu City, Tianyin City was dominated by the rivalry between the Song family and the City Lord's mansion. The Duanmu family, after the old head of the Song family, Mu Yunlin's maternal grandfather, was killed by a demon. The direct descendants of the Song family were almost completely wiped out within a short year. The entire Song family was uprooted, leaving only the Duanmu family in Tianyin City. When Mu Yunlin was expelled from the Mu family, she realized that the Duanmu family was a target she would have to eliminate in the future. And she had indeed done so. But today, she came to the Duanmu family with a smiling face, carrying her little monkey. Her goal was clear. She went straight to find the city lord Duanmu Hongzong's granddaughter. "Duanmu Yinghua, Sister Yinghua, let me see if your spirit pet is as cute as mine." Mu Yunlin acted as imperious as ever, her tone sounding like a command. Duanmu Yinghua frowned, but saw that Mu Yunlin had already picked up the spirit pet she had just contracted yesterday. The spirit pet was about the size of a small dog and looked like a piglet at first glance. Its 4 paws were like chicken claws, and its whole body was hard as a rock. "Ah, so ugly," Mu Yunlin exclaimed, shoving the spirit pet back into Duanmu Yinghua's hands. The latter wanted to argue, but when she saw the little monkey's appearance, her eyes lit up. Crimson gold fur, large eyes, 6 small ears. Compared to such a cute little thing, her spirit pet was indeed lacking in looks. Duanmu Yinghua came to her senses, picked up her own spirit pet, and said proudly, "My spirit pet is a 9-star extraordinary spirit pet. It's called Li Shi and it can earth evade." As she spoke, she placed the little pig-like creature on the ground. It disappeared into the ground as if sinking into water, then popped out a few meters away. It doesn't walk. This is the propulsive force from the Earth's veins when it leaves the ground. This ability was exactly what Mu Yunlin had come to the Duanmu family for. And just then, she had already received your response. Not only the Earth evasion skill, but also Duanmu Yinghua's Moon Essence level talent had been acquired along with it. With your current spiritual power at Tier 1, Level 6, acquiring a Moon Essence talent and a 9-star extraordinary talent wouldn't completely drain your spiritual power. You still had 20% left. Knowing she had gotten what she wanted, Mu Yunlin immediately became perfunctory. Wow, so amazing. Sister Yinghua, I just remembered I have something to do. I'll come find you to play another day. With that, she stood up, picked up Lu and walked out. Duanmu Yinghua didn't even have time to say anything and could only see her off. After sending Mu Yunlin off, Duanmu Yinghua pondered, so that was the six-eared macaque that defeated the golden snake with the true dragon bloodline. Apart from being excessively cute, it didn't seem to have any other special features. Back in her own courtyard at the Song residence, Mu Yunlin couldn't wait and said to you, "Come on, try taking me with you to Earth Evade." Talent, Earth Evasion Technique. Effect. Consume a certain amount of power to allow oneself and Italy to perfectly merge into the ground. Moving quickly with the help of the Earth's veins. The deeper you go, the more spiritual power is consumed. You didn't rush. Instead, you first cast 9 layers of Dharma rings on yourself. After the 9 extra layers of spiritual power were full, you then activated the Earth Evasion Technique, enveloping yourself and Mu Yunlin in a special spiritual power. The two of you instantly sank into the ground. This is the depth and speed I can maintain for a long time. You transmitted, moving at about 10 meters per second at a depth of 5 meters underground. If I go deeper or faster, my recovery rate won't keep up with the consumption. Mu Yunlin said, "It's fine, we can go slower, but we need to try going deeper." You tried again and found that by slowing down, you could indeed go deeper. But the maximum depth was about 1,000 meters, and you had to remain stationary. Any movement will accelerate consumption. We have to go up. You concluded. That's enough. That place is about 600 or 700 meters underground. Mu Yunlin said excitedly, "Let's go up and rest first. Tonight, we'll sneak out of the city." Hearing this, you couldn't help but sigh internally again. Truly a demoness. The things she had done in the past few days were either robbery or sneaking around. Not a single one was done openly and honorably. But you had no complaints, after all. You were the beneficiary. At night, you first took Mu Yunlin about 5 meters underground and moved towards the city outskirts. Following the direction and distance she gave, you quickly arrived above your destination. After surfacing for a breath of fresh air, Mu Yunlin said solemnly, "Down there is a black bear lion demon, equivalent to a beast king realm. Lion demons are a type of demon. Very, but this lion demon is severely injured and in a deep slumber. Where the lion demon slumbers, dense yin and death qi gather, which gives birth to an orchid with pink petals and blood red tongue like leaves. This flower is called the blood serpent orchid. Our goal is to pick it. But we can't anger the lion demon, or we'll be in danger." "Okay, no problem." You nodded in agreement. Mu Yunlin stroked your head and said with a smile, "After we get the blood serpent orchid, I'll become very powerful. Little Lu, I'll protect you from now on." She hugged you tightly. At the same time, you cast the 9-layered Dharma ring on yourself and then Dunru evaded into the ground. The location Mu Yunlin gave wasn't perfectly accurate, but with the Earth Evasion Technique, you could locate anything underground through the Earth's veins. So, you soon arrived at a huge cavern 700 meters below. It was filled with yin and malevolent qi, thanks to the 10-directional shadow wind talent skill you got from the swift wind roar. You directly controlled this energy, preventing it from harming your body. In the middle of 8 crosses filled with viscous black blood, a huge bear lion was lying there. Its body didn't rise and fall with breath, as if it were dead. In fact, it was dead. A corpse lion is a demon formed from a corpse. Not far from it, Mu Yunlin spotted the blood serpent orchid swaying in the yin wind. Not just 1, but 3 in total. 2 of them were already in full bloom. Little Lu, the malevolent,